You got less than
That's how
1
you
minute.
brighten up. That's how you brighten up your day. Is live from the pod.
Absolutely, man. That, like, come on, man. We live. I can't. All right, never mind.
Hey, oh, since
Hey,
when has that stopped you?
say it. Just say it.
I'm just saying. Nothing beats a morning shit.
Mm.
Hey,
If you
maybe.
once you get that out the
Wow.
way, your day is full of
Man.
love and thing. If you
Love.
imagine that, we're not gonna go
Man.
there.
Wow.
That's all the conversation.
Yeah, it's
Little
full of
nasty,
Man.
love, huh?
little too nasty, little too nasty.
Wow.
But yeah,
But you
I
know,
recommend that to anybody.
there are facts in this. You ever try to like do stuff without taking your morning shit?
Well,
Like
that's my point.
you go
That is my
grocery
point.
shopping. Yeah. The day ain't right. The day is not right.
Oh, because it's always looming. Because it's always looming, man. Like you're in the grocery store shopping, and you're trying to get all of the stuff that you put on that list, and all the time your stomach is bubbling, rumbling, tumbling, whatever it's doing, and that is not a good recipe for a good day. You gotta get that out the way so your mind can be clear of whatever it is that you're about to take on for that day. And that's why I recommend it. And if you are having problems not being able to do that in the morning, then you need to change your diet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oatmeal
Wow.
for breakfast every day.
Hey,
Oatmeal for breakfast. Okay.
hey,
You need that fiber. Right.
hey. If you're not an oatmeal eater, cream of wheat also will do the job.
Cream of wheat is definitely better than oat. All right. Well, hey, good morning, everybody. I normally say it's your favorite blurred click, ready to talk blurred shit, but we didn't already talk blurred shit. We talked a lot of shit this morning.
Oh man.
Let me start it this way. Space, the final frontier. These are very devoid of the new blurred order. And today we're gonna chat. What's going on over here? This is a really
The
shitty
comment
start.
section. The comment section. We post a subject that everybody seems to have a lot of information on. I love it.
Oh
I love
wow. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah. Let's maybe. All right. Today we're gonna chat about a lot of things, but thank y'all for being here. First and foremost, I am elated because my man Ty is finally watching Deep Space Nine, so we have some opinions about it. So that's cool. We'll chat on it. May even argue about it. We'll see what happens. But more importantly, let's talk the lead. Today we're going to be exploring some of the clips from our most recent interview with the one and only, the very lovely Yetide Badaki, who is really lovely in real life, like a real live true gem, and had so many kind things to say to us. We cannot wait to show y'all and talk to y'all about some of the cool things that she shared with us on her interview that she was not stingy with her time about. So that was pretty cool. So we'll get into that in just a moment. But before we do, I'm your boy, like I said, the real Vince Taylor, joined by the Ant-Man and by Ty, the High Man, this morning. Ty's, yeah, he's
What a place to freeze. What a place to freeze. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the froze. That was you froze. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Good morning, fellas. We got a message from some of our lady friends. They won't be able to make it this morning due to exhaustion and things of that sort. So don't fret. We're still in good tact, but I'm here with my brothers right now, and we got enough to talk about. I do understand, as my dog Anthony right now is probably really geeked up because From released a teaser trailer this week, if I ain't mistaken, which means it's time to bear down, boy. Bear down. It's time to get ready because the Yellow Man is back in town. And we're going to chat a little bit about the Yellow Man and what that means. And frankly, I need to have my memory refreshed as to what all went into the last episode of From. Also, we did have a chance to talk a little bit of Star Trek Starfleet Academy, which we did on our broadcast earlier this week. We've been doing this weekly on Thursdays. And our homegirl, Zyla, has joined us on that trek. And she was on another show called Kelly Clarkson, which I just heard is getting canceled. Isn't that interesting? That's why talk shows are getting canceled. Oh yeah, by the way, like, subscribe, like, follow. In fact, we should start doing this. Like and subscribe. If you haven't liked and subscribed, we're going to go ahead and give you the floor right now to just do so. I'm just going to pause for a second.
I'm gonna need you to do this with more enthusiasm. Like you gotta make them want to like and subscribe.
Y'all gotta like. I ain't gonna lie. Look, if we gonna be our authentic selves, hey, I'm tired. Hey, I'm tired.
Right, listen. If you want to check in with us every week at 10 a.m., turn on those notifications, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and get caught up with all this blurred shit every week. We start talking blurred shit early, straight from the pot. Let's go.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's why Ant is who he is, man, because he gets it, man. We need that energy this morning. It's the first Saturday I think we've had a show in Black History Month.
Last freezing, man. I gotta back out, bro. This is my shit is doing some stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Because clearly your Wi-Fi is not necessarily agreeing with you this morning.
Wow.
So yeah. You might want to holler at some sort of what are those things called? The link. What's that big?
I don't know, man. It feels like whenever you split the screens this way for whatever reason, my shit always freezes. But I'm gonna restart. Look, because it's still doing it. So I'm gonna restart. I'll be right back.
Go get that shit together, man. The dog shit is all fucked up this morning, man. So yeah, that's going on. Couple other things, man. I'm excited to. Oh, did I get a chance to upload this? In the world of announcements, like I said, we are going to air some of our Yetide Badaki interview today, which we're going to start getting into in just a few moments, so don't go anywhere. But since we're talking about upcoming interviews, I am excited to announce that we also, if I'm not mistaken, next week we'll be having on the one and only Tawny Newsome, who you may know from the Lower Deck from Star Trek. For my Star Trek fans out there, she actually was also on this most recent episode of Star Trek Strange. I almost said Strange New World. Starfleet Academy. Let's welcome back Ty-Fi. Nope. I mean, it's better. It's all right. It's better. It might be, so we got Tawny coming on, and I can't wait to talk to her. So much melanin in this star, and she did write this week's episode as well, which we'll chat a little bit about. I know everybody here is not a Trek fan, and that's not a big deal, but that's also something that is
this
happening.
Episode was really good though, Vince. That like if they're not a Trek fan, like even if you're not a Trek fan, like I would recommend this episode just because of the feels that it gives you. Like it does. You don't even have to be necessarily a Trek fan to appreciate good writing. And this was written very, very well. Like I think we talked about it on Thursday. Is anytime you get the dialogue between a young person and an older person, and the older person feeds into your spirit. Like I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about when I say feeds into your spirit, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit. When someone tells you that you are who you think you are, so it's important to know who you are, that is always a topic of discussion that I will sit and put my ears close to, because a lot of us are walking around out here being who people want us to be or who we think people want us to be. We're not being our true self. And once you realize who your true self is, then you can live your truth. And I think that in this episode was a focus. It was the conversation. It was the assignment. And I think, the writer, Miss Tawny, did her thing. Miss Newsome, you did your thing. And we appreciate stuff like this. And again, you don't have to be a Star Trek fan, Star Wars fan, Marvel fan. You don't have to be any of those things. You could just be a good human being with a good heart. And you love to hear when people win. And that's me. I love to hear when people win. It's always making me feel good when people win. And this episode is about winning on a whole nother level, man. So yeah, man. Big ups to Starfleet Academy, episode 5, was it? Is that episode 5?
Yeah, episode 5, the mid-season finale. Mid-season, I don't even call it finale. It was just a kind of a mid-season episode. And yeah, Starfleet has definitely been putting Oh yeah, it's not in the cards. Yeah. However, we'll definitely get into that in a little bit. Also, I think Resident Evil dropped a new trailer. There's a bunch of new news as well. There's some information about what was it? What was that other thing that was happening? There's a lot of really cool stuff happening in the nerdverse that we'll get to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and delve a little bit into our interview with the goddess. That we were able to kind of pick her brain for a few minutes and just kind of get to know the woman behind the characters that she can also wonderfully illustrate on screen. And Ty, this was a milestone for us, right? Like we've been really looking forward to speaking to Yetide for years. And to have her on screen, man, you want to talk about how you stopped?
I geeked out. I geeked out, y'all. I geeked out, y'all. I couldn't keep my composure. I like you know how you sometimes you meet your heroes, you know what I mean? Like this was a moment that I've been looking forward to ever since I saw the first episode of her in American Gods. I was like, ooh, who is she? You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's amazing. And then the journey just, of her being in the episode of Strange New Worlds. That was season 2, I think episode 2 or 3, something like that. But it was probably, and Vince, you can agree or jump on the bandwagon too, but it was probably one of the best Strange New World episodes of any season thus far. It was rooted in, it was, the monologues in it were incredible. Like it was like some of the, when I say touch your soul, there was some soul touching going on for sure in those episodes. So I had to give her flowers before we got on camera, just so I didn't embarrass myself or her. So I let her know before the show that I loved her and I've been in love with her. And I didn't do that.
First of all, I want y'all to take note to what Ty looks like for this interview. All right. Every interview that we pull up to, you can kind of tell how significant that interview is, depending on how well Ty is groomed. Whether he lets his hair down, does he put on the mink? You know what I'm saying? Like you got to determine whether or not you important based on how Ty comes. If he pulls up in the hoodie with the blunt hanging out the mouth, he don't really give a fuck about that interview.
Don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't you dare do that. Don't you do that. Don't do that. That is not true. Not all the way true. Not all the way true.
It was funny though, because like literally, I'm like, all right, Yetide shows up. She was early. All right, she got there before the interview started, and we and him was in the middle of talking about her, so we had to.
We really did.
She's in the room. She's in the room, and we had to kind of pretend like it was cool. Like, all right, be cool. All right. Yeah, so anyway, the stock market, you know what I'm saying, standard and pours, and I'm like, all right, man, whatever. So then I'm like, all right, hey, thank you so much for joining us and everything. I was like, all right, let's go ahead and get this started. I take from Aunt taught me to not waste people's time. So I was like, you don't want to waste any of your time. It's valuable. She's like, oh, okay. And I was like, all right, let me go ahead and start. And Ty's like, hold up. Before we even get started.
Yeah, I did.
Yo,
I had to let her know.
Let me talk right quick. Hey, yo, I just wanted to tell you I'm a huge fan. You have no idea how much you mean to me. I came today to sacrifice myself.
Yes. All these things are true. All these things are true. I went full on.
You went full fangirl. Like, and I was like, let me record. He's like, nah, don't record this shit. Don't put this shit on. Like, nah, I just want to have a moment right quick. And I was like, all right. It was funny, man. It was funny. It was genuine.
Vince, I love how you just put me on blast. But what were we arguing about before she came on? Tell everybody exactly what we were arguing about. Tell them.
All right. I think we was arguing about captains.
Nah, we wasn't arguing captains. We was arguing about. I said So you try to outdress me today. Like he
yeah.
came in, he pulled, because Vince is
Oh,
like,
yeah, all right.
yo,
So,
now look,
okay,
Vince is trying to put it all
all
on
right.
me, but Vince pulls up in the form fitting. Matter of fact, you know what? Run the clip, bro.
Okay. All right. Let me. All right, let's start right here then. All right, so this is bad. I think this is Ty's question. I want to say it is. I'm not certain, but let's start with this question right here. Which one is this? Yetide becoming nearer? Nope. Talking to Troll's favorite track. Okay, I had to start with Kira real quick. Let's let Kira get her. Kira's not with us for the moment, but she did pull up for the interview, and she did have a question for her. And here is Kira's question real quick.
Are you today? I love you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's very kind. Thank you.
I'm going to piggyback actually off of Ty and your conversation. Have you been compelled to write anything, or have you been inspired to help bring any writings to life? Do you have any aspirations for directing or something like that?
Hey man, let me pause, man. Hold up, man. Kira got jid up too.
Everybody,
wasn't just me and you.
noticed.
Wasn't just me and you.
No, we was all
you all understood the assignment. Yeah.
We were all trying to get sacrificed that day.
We knew what it was. We always like, oh, this is special. And it's so funny because like I feel like Yetide is kind of a niche. You know what I'm saying? Like we love her because we love her so much. But the people who may not know her at all don't have any idea how dope she is, so they're missing out. But anyway, let's go ahead and let this finish up.
Yes to all of that. Where to start? Compelled is an interesting term, and I find it fascinating that you use that. But there are certain things, and I'll refer very quickly back to this charity event that we did on Saturday. It was a live stage reading of some Twilight Zone episodes with a whole bunch of us just nerds, right? But when we talk about compelled, right, it's on live streaming, you can still find it. It's that I literally woke up one night and it was just in response to everything that's happening in the world. And I'm an immigrant. I'm watching what's happening out there, feeling so much and wanting to do with that feeling. Yeah. And then woke up with this idea of bring friends together, read something. It didn't start with Twilight Zone. It wasn't until I called my good friend Mark Bernardin, told him, and he was like, "Yeah, that's a fantastic idea." First, I said Casablanca. He's like, "Yetide, that's like 4 hours long." So he goes, "We can do 2 hours." What's that? Yeah, he said we could do 2 episodes of a Twilight Zone. And I think from the moment that I reached out to him to the night we staged it, I think it was 10 days. Wow. We didn't have theater or anything. We didn't have any, but it was just an idea. But it was one that would not leave me alone. The idea then was to donate the proceeds to Hello Neighbor, which is an organization that helps immigrants and refugees with several different services in settling here in America. And just it happened in 10 days. Somehow we did it. We're calling people, we're calling theaters, and it happened, and we were sold out on Saturday night. And the streaming they're going to keep up for 2 weeks, but it's doing great. And there's all of these wonderful funds to be able to send to this organization. But that was a compelled moment. I can't describe it any other kind of way. And that was just one that was more recent. But the other one then that is coming is, or maybe not, Queen Zinga, who is the 17th century queen from what is now Angola. And she is one that followed me around, and people that knew me just would hear me talking about her for years, because I said, no, this needs to be a show.
Her name is like very much in the recesses of my mind. Like my mother was very much into like African history, mythology, that kind of thing. So it's ringing a bell. I could not tell you what she looks like in a mugshot at all. However, her name, she was a baddie for
Oh,
sure.
yes, she was. I mean, this was 17th century. If you imagine Cleopatra meets Elizabeth meets
Yes.
Jeanne d'Arc, she was all of those. She was a warrior. She was a fantastic strategist.
Yes.
She was brilliant. And the things that she managed to do in that time are mind-blowing. And so, yes, that is one. It's in development. We're actually just talking about that right now with Lionsgate and Stars. And that one was one that I for years, I just said, I need to make this story.
So yeah, that was one portion of the interview. Shout out to Kira for pulling up and helping us kind of orchestrate that. That was interesting. A peer into the mind of writer, producer, director potential Yetide, which is something that we haven't had a chance to get too exposed to. But she also kind of mentioned some of the desire to maybe bring some African folklore to life, to the small screen, to the big screen. And that's a big deal to me. That's also a big point of interest for me, as I expressed in my little portion of this interview. Pay no attention to what I'm wearing or whether or not I shaved, or none of that. None of that is important. What's important is that we get the background information from this goddess, hallelujah, who was willing to join us. So yeah, let's peer a little bit into the background of a young Nigerian queen by the name of Miss Yetide Badaki. Are there Nigerian influences that you carried with you the entire journey all the way to Hollywood?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how long you have, but I can go into the actual.
We got all day, baby. We good.
Oh, okay. Because there's the full origin story, right? That was. Yes. I have a very large family, very large family. My grandfather had several wives, and on average, they have quite a few kids.
Can I stop you for a second? Hold on. Grandfather had several wives. All right. Is this custom, or is your grandpapa just got it like that?
Well, I mean, he was in a position to do so. It was I mean, I don't think it's something that happens as much nowadays, but he was, I guess, a chief, so he had several wives. Again, I don't know that this is a tradition that's really moving forward nowadays, but that's what it was then. So I run into family members all over the world, people that I didn't even know were family. You go, wait, no, Badaki, we're related. But that meant we had a lot of people always traveling through our house, through our home. And one of the things that happens in Nigeria is, the power does go out often. And even though we had a generator when it would happen in the evening, then we would take it as a moment to just kind of, my family would take it as a moment to slow down maybe for a little while. And go out in the back, make a fire, and the elders would tell stories. And that was the moment for me. I remember just thinking, that was magic. The way it transported, the way it informed, because every single story has reasoning, to it. The way that it tells you about your past, mirrors your present, and talks about possible futures. And that has always been a through line in my work. And then I always feel like, we never do any of this alone in any which way. But even more so, I definitely do feel like the ancestors are there on their shoulders. And I'm trying to share what they bring forth.
Yes, so much knowledge, so much to learn, so much cream in our outfits. We were not playing around when it comes to the cream. We was like, yo, it is what it is. Yeah, the multiple wives thing threw me off for a little bit, and man, I could have spent more time on just that. But it was just interesting how there was so much that was said right there that if we had like hours, I would have been like, all right, hold on. She said, I got a huge family. I want to be like, how huge? Like, how are we talking 12? Are we talking 20? Are we talking, I mean, when you talk about a grandfather with multiple wives, I mean, do you still keep in touch? I mean, like, I don't know. There was so much more that I really wanted to kind of delve into. But of course, you got to be mindful of the time. But of course, leave it to my man Ty to bring a little bit of what he liked to call fun into the conversation as he interjects her into our debate about Star Trek. Let's just go ahead and go on into it.
All right, Yetide, we gonna play a little game. If
Okay.
I feel like we've been racking you. So let's just have a little fun. Let's just have a little fun, and let's appeal. I'm gonna try to appeal to your Star Trek intellect. So we here at the show have an ongoing battle and debate. Or the ongoing. Yeah, stop it. You had your turn. We have an ongoing debate here on the New Blurred Order about who our favorite captains are. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 5 spots. I want you to name your top 5 captains, starting at number 5, working your way to number 1. Go.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean,
God bless.
in 5th. I mean, okay, because it's legacy and it started the whole thing. You've got to give, I would say 5.
Let's just have a little fun.
Pause. Before we get her to start answering, I'm curious, for those that are paying attention, what y'all think her list is going to be. All right? What do y'all actually think she's going to say? Which ones do y'all think she's going to speak on? I mean, you could sit here, and you weren't there, Anthony, so maybe you'd be a good one to ask this. What do you, I mean, you're not, I know you're not Trek, but you're familiar. All right, you're knowledgeable of all things.
Very.
What do you think her list is? She gave 5 captains. Name the ones you think that she put on her list, homeboy.
I think she put Kirk just because he's OG. Kirk or Pike, but I'm gonna say Kirk. I think Cisco's going to get in there and Picard's going to be in there, but I don't think either one of them is going to be number 1. I'm guessing maybe the last 2 is either going to be Janeway or maybe the captain from Discovery. Those are my guesses.
Interesting. Those are good guesses, Ty. Let's see what the crowd thinks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, what our viewers say, look, I don't really know Trek like that, so, so we ain't gonna do all that. One of them did say, is that Cashmere?
Why, yes.
Cashmere. When I was a little girl growing up in Greece, I once saw a man walk on the street, and I said, "Hey, what's that you're wearing?" And he said, "Cashmere." If you watch Seinfeld, you'll see that. We have one of our Instagram followers says, "Cisco hands down." I fuck with you, Phoenix. That's the right answer, Phoenix. Cisco hands down is what I would say. But she just named Pike. I said she. I shouldn't say she. They just said Pike, Cisco, Picard, Burnham, and Janeway in no particular order. That's what they say. Well, let's see. The Cashmere joint is killing me. Yo, that shit's hilarious. Yes, he definitely was. Y'all see, like, he even put the Stay So Fro.
The Stay So Fro. Wow.
Remember the Stay So Fro?
Wow.
What you know about the Stay So Fro, bro? You Stay So Fro, both of that stood in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Yes, let's go. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Let's rewind it just a tiny bit so we can get the full answer here. This once again is Yetide telling us her favorite captain.
And let's appeal. I'm gonna try to appeal to your Star Trek intellect.
Fast forward.
We're doing debate here on the new Blurred Order about who our favorite captains are. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 5 spots. I want you to name your top 5 captains, starting at number 5, working your way to number 1. Go.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean,
God bless.
it's there. I mean, okay, because it's legacy and it started the whole thing. You've got to give, you know, I would say 5. Yes, okay, it's Kirk. He started the thing, right?
Okay.
You got to give that. Also, because I'm a Quantum Leap fan, then you give Archer.
Okay.
Okay. Then I would give Janeway because of what she, I mean, come on. What she managed to do. And of course, Cisco. Hello. Cisco. And now I always say, because I think Star Trek is the same as Doctor Who in that you always love most the doctor that you started with. At least I think so. And so my into the Star Trek world was Next Generation. So Picard.
Yetide for the win! Yetide for the win!
Yo, but you heard the explanation, though. You heard the explanation because she was she didn't say because he was the best. She just said because that's who she was introduced to.
I'm not you trying to put an asterisk on it. Wait a minute. No, don't put an asterisk on it.
Sir and ma'am, we did top 5, and Yetide said her top captain is none other than Jean-Luc Picard. So
all right,
listen,
okay.
We will. You just ended the debate. Yetide, thank you. Thank you. It will never ever be. We're gonna keep that clip forever.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I just deleted it. How about that? Maybe it don't exist no more. Maybe it's gone. Maybe it's gone already. Yeah, man, I was disappointed, man. I ain't like that, man. She only did it because she liked your locks, bro. She was like, "Oh, okay, what you like?
Yeah,
okay, I like that too." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, I just playing. Damn, man. All right, Yetide, you disappointed me. Yeah, Phoenix. She said Archer. Like she's. I don't think anybody here knows who Archer is. Archer was the captain on the Enterprise show, which nobody watched. Like literally nobody watched. It got canceled. It was supposed to go 7 seasons and it went 4 because of lack. Well, there's a lot of different reasons. It was on UPN. You know, it's hard to go against Moesha and the Parker. It's not the best lead-in for a science fiction show. You know, homeboys in outer space, and then stay tuned for Star Trek Enterprise. So it didn't work out that well. She did have an
honorable mention, though. She did have an honorable mention.
Dude, Janeway?
No. Yetide. She had.
She did. She
mentioned Burnham. Burnham. So she did give the honorable mention, which surprised the hell out of me because she did not give honorable mention to the one show in which she was on.
right. And you called her out for it.
I was like, dang, Yetide. So Pike is over here like, well, what about me?
Like literally, the dude that hired you.
Yo, this dude is like, he went and damn near died in her office to get her on the show.
Yeah, and she forgot about him. And you called out, she was like, yeah, you're right. So if you want to see that part of the interview, right after this one is done, head right over to our YouTube where it is live, and you can see the unedited version of the actual discussion. There's a few more questions that we had. In fact, I think there's only one more that I'll share with y'all, and then we'll go ahead and move on. But this one I thought was important, and I truly do hope that you all do take the time. I know we're talking about it, we laugh and we geek out a lot, but I do hope that y'all take the time to go over there and check out the video. It is live on YouTube right after this. Give it a couple views if you don't mind. Certainly could definitely use the support, and hit the like button while you're over there. Even if you don't finish it, hit that like button. One of the last questions that I had for her on the way out. Well, actually, did we speak to her about? Oh yeah, we did. Well, I didn't clip it. I didn't clip it because we did speak to her before I break this part. We did speak to her about the fact that a lot of Black nerds like us, we have already accepted and adopted her as the one and only Storm. Like we from the time we saw her as Bilquis, we've always kind of like just had that, like, she fits it so perfectly. She actually is African. You know, she comes from Nigeria. She has the look, she has the voice, she has the accent, she has the physique. She just embodies Storm, at least from where I stood. Now, it's been years since we made that proclamation, but I dare say she could still pull it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, you know, me and you have wrestled with ageism a little bit to an extent, but I don't think that this affects her at all. Like, I still think that tomorrow, like, you pull her up, like, she could still be just as Storm as she was years ago. Am I alone in feeling that way, fellas?
Oh, nah, 100% agree with you, man. Like,
yeah,
that's why it's important for everybody to go watch this video, because one of the things that you'll find with Yetide is when Yetide starts speaking, it's something in her voice that draws you in. It literally feels like you're being sacrificed without giving your consent. I'm serious. Like, throughout that interview, like, but you know, like, I kept speaking to it because she has one of those voices that if you are a person who doesn't want to read books, but you want somebody to read it to you, like, her voice would be the absolute perfect voice to read to you. Like, and she talks about it in the interview, coming from a family of storytellers, and how, you know, as a young lady, she would that would be the time in their family where everybody would kind of gravitate to, is when the stories started happening, and you can just see it, you can feel it, and 100% with you, Vince. Even right now, she is the best candidate for Storm when it comes to the regality that she would give that character, when it comes to just like her speaking, her any monologues that she would have to do on camera, it's different. She's different, yo.
Yeah. So I full wholeheartedly continue to support that, even though they probably would go a little younger nowadays. I would definitely not be one to complain if they did still use Yetide. And also, there's so many different verses, multiverse, universe, this, that, the third. She could be a version of Storm or the main Storm. I'd prefer her as the main, but I just want her included. That's all I'm saying. But just to kind of cap off the Star Trek portion of the conversation, as you did get her to admit that her first was Captain Picard, who was abused by the Borg on multiple occasions, who abandoned his child, who never did bring him onto the ship, who actually lost one of his children, who the mother of his child was so ashamed or so afraid of having Picard have him as a father that she kept him secret throughout the entirety of his life and didn't introduce him until he was actually in his upper adolescence. But I divest.
Is that what you took away from all that?
That's what.
I mean, because we have seen what happens when you do take your wife and your son on your ship.
Oh my God! I'm just saying.
I mean, we have seen how that plays out.
You want to do this right now? All right, because
you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this.
Kirk's son got murdered. Kirk's son got murdered. All right. Wesley Crusher wasn't his real son. All right. And then Picard's son. No, all right, don't go. All right. All right, all right. I don't want to lose Ant's like. All right, hold on. Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
They don't understand because this happens before and after every show. Right, like, who's the best captain?
If you remember when Stephen A. Smith And Sterling, I mean Shannon Sharp used to go, yo, LeBron, listen, Stephen A, LeBron James, Stephen A. Who got more rings than Stephen A? You kidding me? Michael Jordan is the GOAT. There's no other GOAT. It's like me and him. I was like Stephen A. and
Shannon in the NBA Finals. He's never lost an NBA Finals.
How many rings do Picard got? All right, well, hold on. All right, last thing. So one of the things that we definitely had to talk to her about was the fact that this current iteration of Starfleet Academy, Star Trek's newest addition to their TV family, is a show called Starfleet Academy. And in Starfleet Academy is the same as usual. A lot of new faces, a lot of new characters, new species, new relationships, a lot of stuff. But in true American fashion, since we're not led by a white man, all right, it gets all kind of hate. And that's just the way it is. Because I don't remember this happening for Strange New Worlds. Do you? I don't remember it happening for Strange New Worlds. I remember Discovery getting shit on. I remember DS9 getting shit on. Voyager getting shit on. All right. But Strange New Worlds, I didn't hear a peep. And the only thing that was different about that, we'll let you make your own determination. So, and it's not a fake thing. Go to our YouTube after this and check out some of our Starfleet Academy videos and just check out the comments. I'm going to delete those. I have learned to be less engagement. Again, just take the engagement and more curate your comment section. So these comments will not exist for the entirety of our existence. But I did leave them there just for the time being so you can kind of see that it seems to be very deliberate in what's going on with regard to the attention that's coming from a sector of society that wants to down anything that includes folks outside of the non-melanated spectrum, specifically male white Christians. That's just me speaking. I can't speak for my counterparts. So I was curious if Nira, who we know as Yetide, but she did play a character named Nira, I was curious if she had some advice as a Star Trek fan for actors that are also participating in a show that's being trashed for evidently no reason other than the fact that it's different and has different types of people in it. And she offered up some pretty sound advice, some of which I believe is educational for those that have not been paying attention in the Star Trek realm.
Okay.
All right, that's not the right one. Here it is. Oftentimes, the fans don't always welcome it with open arms, okay? This one particularly doesn't seem to be any different. There are folks, of course, like myself that love it because it's just Trek, and we're willing to accept different genres and iterations of it. Then there's folks that have been told if there's certain people or people that look a certain way or people that have different denominations, orientations, then it's woke or whatever, this, that, the third. I'm just curious if you could speak to the cast of Starfleet Academy and maybe give some encouragement if they're receiving like some negative review that it's not really the case. Like, how do you handle that type of ordeal when you're working on a project that you have so much belief in, but there seems to be some sort of reason that there's a certain sector of society that wants to just trash it for no reason whatsoever? Is there any guidance you could offer?
What I would offer is that they go back and look into the history of it all. Of Star Trek. The very first original series almost didn't make it. It was Lucille Ball who said, no, we'll redo the pilot. We'll, because she had Desilu, the company at that point, and she had to fight for them to come back and have an actual first season. And so it almost got canceled then.
Oh my God.
And then you think about even, early for Next Generation, where people are like, well, this is not the original, It's happened in some form before, probably in some way with every single iteration. And somehow yet still we come through the other side and we get this thing that we love and we adore. So keep it going, keep moving, just create, and everything else will fall in line.
That's what I'm talking about. That is sound advice. She gets it. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. She dropped the Lucille Ball knowledge on us right quick. You know what I'm saying? She dropped the Lucy, the Desi, the Lucy Des. company. I think it was Desilu or something like that. Desilu, that I guess for the most part was a great shareholder in the Paramount Pictures studios or whatnot, and they shot that first pilot, and it wasn't Captain Kirk, it was Captain Pike. Pike was the captain of the ship, and Uhura was there, Spock was there, Sulu was there, Scott Chekhov wasn't there yet, but yeah, the pilot did not secure the show. What's up, Ed? Like, you just learned something. Did you just Google something?
Yeah, Lucille. I Love Lucy.
Yeah,
I love Star Trek into reality.
Well, that's what she's saying. I'll be remiss to say, like, I probably should have done a little research. Ty, I don't know if you could, maybe do a little background, but from what she's saying, it sounds like they were about to scrap Star Trek, but Lucy stepped in and was like, nah, hold on, let's try this again. And then they came back strong with the solid Captain Kirk in the second episode. And from there, it went another 2 seasons. Now, Star Trek, the original series, did only go 3 seasons, which sounds like it's not a lot, but they were 30 episodes per season. So Star Trek in 3 seasons did what Enterprise did in 4. It took them 4 seasons to get to 90-something episodes. But I thought that was good, sound advice. And I just definitely, I cannot thank Yetide enough for ramping with us on this, man, because she definitely dropped some knowledge on us. So please do yourself a favor. Go check out our Yetide Badaki interview, which is live right now. You can check it on the movie blog or the New Blurred Order. It's live on both of those right now. But don't go just yet. Tune in because we still got a lot of show left. So do yourself a favor. Go hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the like button if you haven't already liked. And check that thing out. It's under an hour, a good time for y'all to watch. So check us out, man. There's a lot going on in the world in addition to our Yetide interview. What's up? Somebody say something?
I did. Lucille Ball is widely considered the godmother of Star Trek, as she played a crucial role in getting the series produced. As the president and sole owner of Desilu Productions in the mid-1960s, she defied her board of directors to greenlight the pilot, investing her own money to ensure the show was made. If it wasn't for Lucille Ball, there wouldn't have been a Star Trek, it seems.
Yeah, invested her own
money. Her own money. Yeah.
Wow. Well, first of all, that look doesn't suit you, so hopefully you unfreeze at some point in time. But yeah, the Lucy, Lucy, look at Lucy. There you are. Welcome back. Lucille Ball. Like, can we give her a little bit of flowers? A little bit. I mean, yeah, she didn't. I mean, I can't necessarily speak to her race relations, but I know she did bring one of the first interracial relationships to the small screen. I'm not necessarily. I mean, it was a Latino, not a black man, but I mean, I don't know how that was perceived back then. But then to like put her neck out there for a sci-fi show, and it wasn't like she was not unlike the Star Trek that we met back in the 90s and the 80s that was kind of coming as a result of the boom that Star Wars brought to the screen. This was unfounded, it's kind of just Doctor Who, Land of the Lost, it's Lost in Space, stuff like that. And those were real corny. So for this and look at where it is now. So yeah, man, real interesting. Yetide, go check out that interview, guys. Born in Ibadan, Nigeria, moved to England, and then back to Nigeria, and then finally settling in America. This chick has done this wonderful young lady. I didn't even call her chick. Has done so much. So please, like I said, do yourself a favor. I think we've talked that up quite a bit at this point. So I hope you guys will go and give that a watch. Now, coming in the future, like I said, we do have the one and only Tawny Newsome from Lower Decks, who will be joining us next week. So look out for clips from that coming from our interview. And yeah, she was on this episode of Star Trek as well. She played, you know what? I ain't gonna, I shouldn't say spoil because we did do if you did watch the show, we also did wrap this up, and that interview was live as well. But I wanted to move forward a little bit onto a couple other topics. Real quick, random hot topic. I want to get y'all opinion on a couple of things, especially this Black History Month. There's a few things that I think were pretty interesting. One of them is the fact that we are right in the middle of Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, right? Some of y'all watching it, some of y'all ain't. I don't know how y'all are liking it, or I don't know if you're not liking it or not.
Love it.
Are you watching it?
I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen the first 2 episodes. I think it's on the 4th now, right? It's on the 4th one. I think this week is on episode 4. So I'm behind.
I've seen it months ago.
It was a while ago. Yeah, I saw it a little while ago. But not necessarily months ago, but a little while ago. But yeah, I'm not caught up as of right now. But I'm gonna watch it. It's a cultural phenomenon. It may not be making all the waves that House of Dragon and the original GOT was, but it has.
I mean, apparently it is making waves. I mean, I don't know it is absolutely making waves. People love the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't know. It doesn't seem like, it seems like it's a quieter. It's not as loud.
You're not getting the water cooler talk, right? That getting together and like.
It's. I mean, I see some commentary on it. I see some reactions to it, but it's not like. When Game of Thrones is on, like that's your feed. Your feed is Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you want it or not, you're gonna see a dragon if you try to doom scroll. It's gonna happen. You're gonna see somebody with blonde hair and all of that. And I want to get into all of that. In fact, I didn't even know since tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday. Did y'all know that some football players was even a little bit into Game of Thrones? Well, maybe not the way you think. Check it out.
So I sent the young bull on a mission to the north, though. You feel me? Because I heard that they got the best dope up there. Y'all got some flower out there in Westeros, huh?
Oh, yes. I'm quite partial to the devil's grass.
Yeah, we call that shit Doty where I'm from.
Ah, Doty.
Doty.
Huh?
Doty.
Doty.
Yeah, there you go. Surprisingly, he rolled me a fat-ass blunt.
You know what they used to say back in my day?
What they used to say?
Hire the squire if you want to get higher.
So I sent the young bull on.
What is wrong with them, man? What's wrong with these dudes, man? What? Yo, was you surprised to see Merchon Lynch?
No.
Yeah, I was up there with the wall with all the White Walkers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, what you got over there? You know what I'm saying? Hey, homie, what's over there? I love it when Merchon Lynch does anything, yo. That's my dude, bro. Like, that dude is hilarious.
Marshawn is a genius. Marshawn is a fucking genius. Like, Marshawn took an event and made it the rest of his brand. Like, made it his brand. He took that Super Bowl event where he was like, I'm not talking to the media. I don't got shit to say to y'all. And he branded that. And now, like, all of these different platforms is like, yo, we want to fuck with Marshawn because Marshawn is real. Marshawn is real, yo. This is like the 3rd or 4th video that I've seen that he's been doing on this Game of Thrones shit, and it is hilarious. They are, oh my god, I hope they do it during Super Bowl. They probably not do it during Super Bowl, but I hope they do another video with him on Super Bowl doing this, yo, because he got the boy rolling a blunt, bro.
Yo, come on.
We call it Doty. We call it Doty. We call it Doty out here.
Dirty. Doty.
Yo. Oh, man.
Yo, I would love for Knights of the Seven Kingdoms to air an episode where Merchon Lynch shows up as a knight on one of them horses that has the joust Duncan. It's like, hey, nigga, go ahead, jump on your little horse. You feel me?
That's what he gonna say too.
Hey, nigga, I heard y'all niggas want to sword fight some shit, my nigga. What's up, my nigga? Know what I'm saying? I got me a little katana or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Them Cali accents. Is he from Cali? I think he sounds like he's from Cali.
Yeah, yes, he from Cali.
I like Cali. Oh my god, like he's
this
Cali out.
Is all Cali, nigga. That's all he screams. Is Cali all day long. And look, and to the point of the sword fight, he did a video with that. He just did a video with that same dude. He was like, I always wanted to do this sword fight shit. Like,
oh, he did? Oh no, don't do
every
that.
chance that I get these videos, I send them to our chat because it's hilarious, bro. It's hilarious, bro. He said, yeah, we doing it. He said, I always want to do this sword fight shit. You know what I'm saying? Get me a shield and shit. Like, the nigga got a shield and a sword. They doing some sword fight shit. Man, come on, man. This thing is a genius right now. He is. Oh man.
Listen to this real quick. Check it out.
Yeah.
Supposed to do. But it's almost like bruh got a battery put in his back.
Valerian right here in Master Lynch's trophy.
And that motherfucker just unlimited or something, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
No roasted squire for dinner tonight, Dragon.
Young boy like to work. But Squire could be tripping. And I'm like, bro, you know what you just ate? He was out there eating that shit like power pellets. Had him juiced. This kind of player will be the ass back. You go over to the coach like, hey, coach, can I get in? And, boy, get your ass back. And man, I always want to try that shit, like with the sword and the shield and the whole shit. So,
Excellent strike, sir.
to be realistic, I think for sure I would have beat the shit out of him.
What sorcery is this? Oh, I see.
Take your ass down there and grab that flag for me, my boy. Yeah, there you go. Now watch this.
Oh, first try! First try tonight!
My young rookie squire, cuz I don't know if he could come to the cookout, but after I'm finished, bring that big ass head over here. He might be ready for Little League. That's that brown cognac in there. Go ahead and grab that, man. Get your boy right, man.
Exquisite taste, player.
Hold on, one time for the one time. Give me,
Yep.
yeah, there you
One
go.
time.
Damn, man. Hey, he doing this motherfucking thing.
Come on, man. Come on,
He
man.
told him he said play a partner.
Get your big ass head over here.
Yo, man.
I need a
Come on,
Marshawn Lynch Game of Thrones edition immediately. I need this to be a weekly event. I want to subscribe to HBO Max for the Marshawn Lynch Game of Thrones edition show. Like, yo, they own to something here. Like the whole fish out of water, John. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I love it when they talk regular. Like somebody in the comments said, he is all of us if there's no such thing as code switching or something like that.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
He's one. Yo,
Yeah.
if there's one man on this planet that lives our moniker of being your authentic self, it is Marshawn Lynch. This nigga still goes on national television when they invite him up there to talk, and this nigga curses. He's the only nigga to be like, look, he'll be like, man, y'all invited me up here, man. Y'all know how the fuck I talk. They be like, I'm sorry. You right, Marshawn. We do know you. Yo,
I'm just here
nigga,
so I don't get fined.
Say whatever. He can say whatever, bro. Like this
I'm
nigga
just
don't
here
give
so I
a
don't
fuck.
get
I
fined.
love it. I love it, man.
Yo, I love it, man. I love it. Well, there's more Game of Thrones news on the horizon, guys, as there is now talks of possibly a Game of Thrones animated series that will feature Corlys Valerian. And I think that this is smart, frankly. If I can be frank, I like this. I expect it to receive the usual hate that it does, but frankly, I feel like sometimes it helps the longevity of a character or a franchise when there's a soft introduction of that character or of that franchise. Kind of like you wouldn't want to see a Blue-Eyed Samurai movie before you saw that anime, right? Like you might not even consider any kind of One Punch Man, One Piece live action if they didn't have that anime, right? It wouldn't hit as hard. So to have Corlys introduced in a badass, okay, awesome.
We got Copen.
Yeah, we do. What there she is. We now have an additional piece of Game of Thrones that we can also assess to the franchise, and it stars our homie. And so to talk on this, maybe one of our good friends who may have just joined us can contribute. Tell me, Miss Lady Mandalore, how do you feel about the possibility of getting this series here based on Corylus.
Valerian.
Valerian? I'm here for it.
Yes.
I'm absolutely here for it. I want Corylus to be live action though. Corylus deserves a high seas adventure because it doesn't look like we're going to get anything from Arya's continuing arc. So why not give it to the oh my god, I can't remember what his nickname is. The sea snake himself. Like, let's figure out how Arya, what Arya's whole shtick would have been, but from the master.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you. You don't believe with me? You don't agree with me in that, like, that maybe bringing him, because you could do so much with animation, especially from a budgetary standpoint. Yeah. That sometimes it's a little more difficult to pitch to a studio. And I could just see this kind of being like the Castlevania of Game of Thrones, where like it brings out the whole new, like, maybe there's some Game of Thrones folks that are in the anime, or some anime folks that aren't in the Game of Thrones. And I would just hope that this would just increase the visibility of Corylus and make more folks demand a live action and make it hit a little harder. Or am I being too optimistic?
I don't like that.
There isn't a lot of lore. I don't think there's any lore about Corylus at all. So they can do anything that they want to. If you wanted to do maybe a mini episode of Corylus, I think one of the smart ways to pitch this would be to bring in AI of some sort, since that seems to be the thing to do. That would be extremely cheap. I know I'm not with the shits. Look, this is what they want to do. You want to do it, fine, but we're gonna get in the door. We're gonna get in the door however we can. So you can do a live action and then maybe add a little bit of the AI essence to it, but not lean. Bro, I know I don't fucking like AI. I promise. I'm not with the shits. I'm just trying to get us in the fucking door here. Just listen to me. Just walk with me for a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Okay. We can do animation. I would love to see it in an anime style. But if we're going to do a little mini live action piece, money is a concern, popularity is a concern, little bit microscopic bit of AI. It's not forever, and we'll still be able to get more people into that field when the bubble bursts. Okay, I'm just trying to open the door. Let me open the door. Just a door.
I'm with you. I feel you. What's up? Okay, Ty, then Anthony. What's going on?
All right. So I have a huge problem, and this is no shot to you, Kara, and no shot to you. No. But I always have a huge problem with that get in the door mentality. We should just take what they give us because that's all we can. You know what I mean? Nah, fuck that. When I see a show being played where the first episode is a grown ass white man shitting out his ass, and you're gonna tell me something about a budget? Then fuck a budget. Fuck all of that shit. Because at the end of the day, what anime gives is the opportunity to decrease the amount of black faces are on set, because now you can add white voices to the texture of the anime that makes a black man now who looks visibly black but is now being spoken. His voice is being projected by someone who's not melanated. So again, this sounds cheap. It sounds like the same shit that's going on with Disney and how they half-ass throwing us scrap, and we supposed to continue to just be like, oh, well, Massa gave us a little bit, so we should be happy. No, fuck all of that. Them days is over. Them days has been over. So now I would never ever support an anime coming out in terms of this whole universe of Game of Thrones. We've never seen the anything in terms of Game of Thrones in anime until they start talking about having a black sea captain who had 10,000 ships and all of these kind of things. Let's not forget that the Valerians were the ones that were in charge of Dragonstone. Let's not forget that the Valerians is the only ones that spoke out against the shit that was going on, and everybody could see. Everybody could see that them wasn't that girl's babies. They know. I mean, that wasn't no Valerian. Everybody, it took Corliss's brother. It took Corliss's brother to say, fuck that. He said, fuck that. I don't believe that shit. You know goddamn well that ain't no that. He got his head chopped off. He got his head chopped off.
Oh,
I will not forget that scene where he sat right there in front of everybody in the court and told everybody in the court what everybody in the court already knew. Them kids is not Valerian. So I don't know what y'all doing while y'all playing sucker or whatever, but I'm not going for it. I'm here. I'm a Valerian. They got his head chopped off, but he stood on business. And when it comes down to it, I need that energy. I need to see that on screen. I don't want an animated version of that. I want a real black man standing on business, ready to get his shit chopped off, despite the fact that, look, tell your truth, my brothers and sisters. But listen, we gonna stop this acting like we okay with the scraps that Massa give us. Because I don't give a fuck about that table if you throwing me scraps. Nigga, I'll find a table where I can get a full meal. And that's what I'm saying. This right here, we ain't about to do that. No, sir.
Somebody had their coffee, man. Hey, listen.
I don't mind being sad when I don't mind being sad. I love it. I'm not gonna hate you. If I need to bring up AI in order to get this kind of passion, I will do it every time.
Thank you. Nah, yeah, I'm with you, Ty. I'm with you. I mean, I don't necessarily wholeheartedly agree, but I definitely feel the passion of that because and then Ant, please go and interject because you had something to say too. But I also remember this happens from time to time with franchises, and I see the point like, oh, well, the black people, you're gonna put them in the animated series, and I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking of animated series like the Boondocks. I'm thinking of animated series like Black Dynamite, and I'm also thinking about The Witcher, which had a bunch of different animated movies and whatnot, just to kind of keep and curtail the crowd. I'm not saying that this should be a substitute, but I wouldn't be opposed to continuing, like, because now we enter multiple genres. If we do get Corliss will be in the real world, in the live action world, which he already exists, and in the animated realm, which can't be said for anybody else of the Game of Thrones following. So I could see how it could be, but you got good points. I will say this.
Okay.
Let me say this last point. Just going to HBO Max is going to Massa. If we're not producing it under our own production companies, if we're not producing it under our own studios, then we will always have to go to Massa, unfortunately. So I need to make sure that we can establish our own so we don't have to ever worry about going to fucking Master. We need to go to our own goddamn Masters.
This was made by George R. Martin. This is made by a white guy. There's a white guy's character. It's a white guy's world, and he brought it on over to HBO.
You know what I'm saying? So like to be like
the people in HBO, the people in HBO were the ones who decided no. Instead of going with the original vision of George R. Martin, where these are fair-skinned, white-haired family, they said, we're going to make this family dark-skinned. We're going to make this family black, and we're going to bring some of that authenticity of blackness into this world. So they took all the feedback from the original Game of Thrones, where you saw like 2, maybe 3 black characters in 10 years, and they gave them prominence. They made them royalty. That was a choice. So I kind of hear you with like HBO, but I'd be like, nah, HBO don't be treating black people like other outlets be treating black people. The only other thing I was going to say was like, I also am like, I don't really want to see this animated, even if Gendy Tartakovsky works on it. I don't want to see this animated. If they need to figure out a way to how to pitch this, just make one episode of House of the Dragon a flashback episode. That's what they used to do all the time. I used to see it in Three's Company. I used to see it in Perfect Strangers. That's how we got Family Matters. You just make one episode from a different about that, and you sneak in your pilot, and that's how you generate interest. Okay. If we really want to see this show, I want to see it in live action. That's it.
Okay.
And can I say this? Can I just say this real quick, Vince?
Yeah, please.
One of the most. And correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the most outstanding characters on House of Dragon is Corlys Valerian, and like he's one of the most like just from a standpoint of character development and just what he represents. This dude is he's the last powerful black man in all of Westeros. He is the
Yeah.
Who else?
No. I wasn't gonna. You're absolutely right. You're right. I was gonna get nitpicky and talk about his sons and stuff, but you're right. In the current state, as of this very moment in the timeline, he is exactly what you represent. So
that's why it hits different for me when I'm thinking like you're gonna take the last powerful, the most influential black man on the show and dumb his character down by doing an animation.
All right, that's where I differ from y'all. Like I just don't see animation as a demotion. Like I don't like I see why it wasn't
present. I do when it wasn't present. If it's so that's why I said, hey, listen, House of Dragons. If you were ever gonna do an animated anything when it comes to Game of Thrones, House of Dragon would have been the place to do it when you got dragons. Like I'm just being honest. If you were gonna do animations, why do I say this, Vince? Because any animation that I've ever seen with dragons in it has been fire. Like I'm just being honest. Like dragon animation is always fire. So I'm like, if you were gonna do that, cool. I would have been cool with House of Dragons being an animation. But what I'm saying is, you're taking from the most influential, one of the most influential characters on the show, and you decide to make it an animation. Whereas you're taking Duncan the Tall, who's the first who is the first in the first episode is literally pooping behind a tree. So you have like what I'm saying is, I say that to say that there's not seriousness. It's not as a serious of a universe when you get to Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. This is more of a comedic realm. This is more of the balance is different there. So I feel like if you were gonna do some animated, that would have been great to do it with that. It's a side character. We don't know him. We never experienced him. But you gave us a whole 2 seasons of Corlys to get acclimated to him. Then you decide, okay, when he's gonna get his own series, we're gonna go and we're gonna do it animated when you haven't done that in any other series. Come on, man. That seems a little sketchy. That seems sketchy at the very least.
I'm not opposed to it. Go ahead, Ant.
I just want to point out, like, when we do see things that are traditionally live action get those spin-offs that are animated, they are seen as, I don't want to say be harsh, but lesser than, right? So if you look at, for example, like Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
They have an animated series, don't they? I don't think we even mentioned their animated series in the conversation at all in the world of Star Trek fandom. It just does not come up. So yeah, it is viewed differently. It's viewed from the mass audiences differently. It's viewed as usually something targeted towards children immediately if it's animated. And it's not going to have the same prestige that I think these characters deserve. I want to see Black royalty given the highest platform they absolutely can be given, even if he does have a white wife. I want to see it.
I'm not opposed to that.
I'm sorry.
No, please. I've spoken enough.
I think it depends on who is making this animated series, and the lore behind it too. Because if you on the Star Wars side of things, at first I thought that the animated series was for kids. If you sit down and watch all of the Star Wars animated series, it is very most certainly not for kids alone.
No, it is not.
It definitely depends on who is making it, who they're gearing it towards. If they want to dumb it down, that's on the creatives, that's on the producers, that's on the network that decides to air it. Game of Thrones is not known to dumb shit down. I'm not going like heads will roll, will fly. People know what they're getting into if they're fans of this universe. Yuck. It can be done well, but I do agree it is kind of cheapening the story of Corliss by making it an animated series. That man, based on the stories that we do know about him, has done incredible fucking things. So there's no reason they can't, even miniseries, give this man live action shine. It does feel like that should be the logical step in the rest of the Game of Thrones series or universe.
And Vince,
All right.
just real quick, really, if you think about it, how often do we sit here on the show and talk about animated projects that we would love to see go live action? And it's more like it's like when we're talking about those animated projects, we're saying live action like that'd be an upgrade. Yo, we would love to see this in live action. Oh my God, could you imagine it in live action? So like that's what I'm saying. Like it is.
Mhm.
I'm with Ed. It feels like a dumbed down thing. It feels like when we heard about Eyes of Wakanda being an animated thing, we all had our like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, it was good, but wouldn't you have liked to see that in live action as opposed to anime? I'm not saying the animation wasn't good. I'm just saying, wouldn't you have liked to see some of our favorite people doing the same things that they do on the live action movies, doing it on their own platform? So
You would think you want to, but when they do, you get Boba Fett, you get Ahsoka, you get lackluster joints that don't necessarily translate to the small screen. Yes, I did not think that Ahsoka was anywhere near as good as it could have been. Her one episode in Mandalorian season 2 was better than all the episodes which she fought in that series. That's just my opinion.
What you think of the animated Lord of the Rings?
Yes, I was
introduced
introduced
to animated
to
Lord
Lord
of
of
the
the
Rings
Rings through animation. I was introduced to it, and yes,
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the recent one, the one after they went from live action to animated.
Rohim, yes, I saw Rohim, and it was they gave us the original J.R.R. Tolkien, the original J.R.R. Tolkien animation, which was not even that great, but I loved it. It was a phenomenal. We get to learn who is the origin. We get to learn the origins of a lot of the characters that we knew.
That's nostalgia fondness, right? Because if you compare the animated one to the live action one, if you take those animated original Lord of the Rings and you compare them to the ones that came out in the 2000s, I have a feeling which one you're gonna pick.
But here's what's going on. Like, first of all, let's just take a step back and let's accept the possibility that an animated series does not mean that there's a door closed to a live action series. It doesn't necessarily have to work against that concept. An animated series could work in tandem, the same way it does with Clone Wars, where we actually now get a whole new franchise with the characters that came out of almost nowhere because they were introduced to us in an animated format. I'm not saying that I wouldn't love to see these characters also in a live action. I'm just saying sometimes there may be a process that may involve some additional content that could lead up to growing the excitement for the fandom of these characters. Right now, this show is kicking, and we love Corliss, and I want to see him do more. I'm going to just say one
thing. I think Clone Wars is an exception. Right, I don't think that's a common thing that you see where things come out and develop in animated form and are viewed as good as it is. And even still, as much as we love Clone Wars, it's not mainstream, right? This is isolated to the Star Wars fandom, and that's where Dave Filoni got his fame. And if you ask someone, the layman, who Dave Filoni is, they never heard the name. You ask them who George Lucas is, oh, he's the guy who made Star Wars. This is not on the same level. Animation is not up there with live action. I could argue that till my face is blue.
I'm not arguing against that. I'm just stating the possibility that there's not always a straight line from idea to big to small screen. Sometimes idea goes through book, then animation, then movie screen. And in this particular instance, we already have a live action Corliss, which we love to gain more popularity for the character. So there's more of a demand for him. And there's a way to do that. The same way they did with Prey. And they gave us, with Predator. And they gave us the, what was it called? The
Killer of Killers.
The Killer of Killers. Like, just because you turn something into an animated something doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a regression from that franchise. And I'm just saying that before we shut the door to a potential for an animated series starring Corliss, let's also think about the potential that it could increase visibility for this one character alone. And yes, it would be nice to have that character go directly into live action, which I'm all for, But in the same way we got Anakin, and now we got more people that are, oh, I love Ahsoka, and more people now are like, oh, who is this? I mean, the rebels came out of all that. Like, so much can happen. I would like to just close the door on it. Same like Castlevania.
Yeah.
I would be so interested in seeing what a Castlevania Nocturne live action may look like now, but I wouldn't even have known what that would look like before if you weren't introduced to it in a manner that they don't have any holds of any bards, and they can slash and cut and kill. And now I know what I'm visioning, and I know what I want. So again, I'm not saying that anybody here is wrong. We're all speaking our preferences, which I love when we kind of like have different opinions. It makes more sense. And I don't think there's a wrong answer. I still would give Ty's monologue today a standing ovation, and I still believe that what he said is the way I truly feel. I'm just not as willing to close the door on the idea that this could be potentially, as much as it may feel like a step backwards, it could be helping in developing the level of popularity we have for Corlys. In the same way we had a cult following for Boba Fett before he actually was a real character, and Mace Windu, who was a concept in George Lucas's mind before he actually became so popular with his great lightsaber. Like, sometimes the introduction of a concept and increasing its popularity subtly makes it even bigger for the mainstream. Or I don't know, maybe I'm just an idealist.
You're not Vince. You're not Vince. You're on to something. But my argument is not for Corlys. My argument is for Black people and Black actors who will get taken. When you start doing animation, and I've seen it specifically, I had this argument, and I brought this up probably years ago about Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown has Black characters in it, but none of them are voiced by Black individuals. And that's where I'm like it gets you start getting to this gray area where now you're projecting Black faces on screen, but those jobs aren't going to Black actors or Black voice actors. And so that is again something that is prevalent in this industry. It is a way to take away from black people having jobs in the industry, and I just will not accept that for a character who is the only Black figure that we can look to in terms of House of Dragon that has some bearing. Everybody else is side characters. Corlys Valerian, like I said, at this point in the storyline, is the last Black powerful man in Westeros. When he dies, that's it. That line is dead because
yeah.
His line
How
is
is that? He has a whole son. He's got two sons in the show.
Hold on. But we've already seen the future, right? We saw Game of Thrones, which happens after House of the Dragons. Where are they?
But is Game of Thrones the end of all of Westeros?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, it's the end of the books. Yeah, and timeline, and they're not even in the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. There are no Valyrians still in Westeros.
But does that mean that they don't exist somewhere where they are powerful and they just like
no. You okay? If you watch House of the Dragon, you already understand that he had a monologue one time, and he said, if I can remember this correctly, the people don't remember names or something like that. They remember blood. He said something like that, or they don't remember blood. They remember names. It was something to that degree.
Yeah, it's remember names.
And one of the biggest things in this last season was that the conflict of acknowledging that this young man is your son, and then publicly acknowledging that he is your son, because he's technically a bastard, which is not looked upon the same way in Westeros. You either are a true blood or a bastard. Bastards hold no thing to the throne. So this is one of those things where, again, we've already built a storyline in terms of the Valyrians that it was cut kind of short by killing his brother. They sent away his other son we may circle back to that, but as it stands right now, that son we know is not about to have no kids. So it ends with him. That line ends with him because the rest of them are Targaryens.
But all right, help me with this, guy. But those kids also were not full Valyrian, right?
Who?
because they had the white moms. The original, the one boy he had that was a son that was like, nah, I ain't with this. And it was like, well, we're gonna pair
He's
you
half
with
Targaryen.
Rhaenyra.
Valerians have white hair anyway.
No.
They
no.
also
He
have
was
hair.
light skinned because his mom was
His original-
Targaryen,
Shoot,
Mhm.
yeah.
and he went away. And then they
Yeah.
tried to fool us into thinking those other ones. But this man, he's the son, so to speak, the bastard.
Yeah.
He don't look like he got any Targaryen in him. He
doesn't.
look like he got Valerian, and that's it. Now maybe it's not Valerian royalty, but he's a monolithic black man, at least so to speak, that doesn't have any. I don't want to say contamination, but any mixtures of any other houses in him right now. So he could actually, in the way that Jon Snow, even though he's a bastard, end up representing the throne even a little bit better than some of them Lannisters and some of them Starks. He could potentially, as they're kind of hyping him up in the show, to be even more powerful than Corlys. Now, again, I obviously don't know.
Baby. I love
Yeah,
you,
just-
and I know I see what you want to happen. No,
I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
got
doesn't
some
have royal
bastard
blood.
sons and he
doesn't
got
have
some
royal blood.
granddaughters, but ain't none of them running around in Game of Thrones.
no.
Ain't
Okay.
none of them there.
Yeah, it's kind of it's one of them things where it's like we know they're extinct, we know what happens, and it's kind of we like, damn, we just wait and see how it
You
happens. So yeah,
instinctive.
kind of
You
yeah.
instinctive.
I mean, they're extinct. That they ain't around evidently. I'm trying to cape for the Valerians, man, because
Yeah, I need to see more black. I want to see. I would love to see in this, if they do decide to do this series, the backstory of how did Corlys become the Sea Snake? Where does his money come from?
Right.
Where does all this power? And just the fleets. And I would love to also see 1,000 Valerians, 10,000 Valerians on screen. Screen. And I don't mean in an animated way. I'm saying I want to see their true faces. I want 10,000 jobs for 10,000 black people.
I would love that.
I
too.
want them to go to Valeria before the Doom. That is what I want from Game of Thrones. I want to see the entire universe before the Doom. I need to and to explain it, because George still has not explained that shit. I want to see that whole separate world from Westeros come to life.
So they are developing it, right? They've been developing this show around the same amount of time they've been developing the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's Aegon's conquest. So that we're supposed to see this whole story of Aegon leaving old Valyria and then coming to Westeros and taking over everything.
Oh,
take my money. Take it.
All right, see,
I will sign right back up
it's
HBO
being
Max if we
written
do this the right way.
It's being written by the guy who did the Terminator anime series, Matt Tomlinson.
I'm listen. All I'm gonna say, just to kind of. Oh, Matt Tomlinson.
Yeah, the dude. Yeah, yes. He could write. He could write his ass off. My man is gas. So,
okay. Well, look, let me say this, man.
I like when you know writers' names.
Yeah. I do too, man. Because you do, because I mean, of course, we probably should, especially given the strikes and whatnot. We tried to give our credit to the writers as best we can, but unfortunately, the faces tend to get all the attention. But yeah, man, I just feel like sometimes very popular projects, they appear to be popular projects that just popped up and they're popular, but oftentimes they're projects that have had a groundswell that leads into the bursts overall. That's why projects like Jupiter's Legacy fail, and why Jupiter's Ascension, when they try to throw a quick movie together, like, oh, this is popular, people like this. It's like, nah, we don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? But then you get a popular project like Doctor Who, when it's nobody really knows it, but for all these years you build Whovians and then you can come out with the characters that they have today. But that's a terrible example, but that's not really that popular anymore. But I guess I wouldn't mind seeing this launched in the same way that they kind of launched Marvel Comics, where we have superheroes, but we're going to introduce y'all to some that we're going to give you in the pages, but then eventually when you see them on screen, you'll be like, oh shit. And I don't know, I'm losing this argument. Yeah. All right, Ty, you win, man. You
I
got it,
messed
man.
up. It's Mattson Tomlin. I said his name wrong. Mattson Tomlin.
Yeah.
Matt. Well, this is Matt still. It's still in there. It's still in there. All right. Well, a couple real quick things. Kira, I know you you're here for the Game of Thrones chat, but I'm not gonna lie. If you could stick around a little bit, because I think you watched From a little bit, right? Maybe a little bit of From. Tiny little bit.
Like,
Girl, you better catch up. You better catch up, girl.
From is coming, and when From comes, everything else ceases to exist, especially for this man right here. Let's keep it 100, man. A lot of us have been introduced to y'all through From, and From this week, if I'm not mistaken, you tell me if I'm wrong, Ant, but they gave us a little teaser, a little something to kind of get it. Oh, we're allowed to play it. It's not going.
We're allowed to play it. We ain't gonna mess with us.
Let's go ahead and get into the teaser for this upcoming season 4 of the one and only From Lego.
I can't hear it.
No sound. None. No sound.
None. Did we lose?
What? What?
Huh?
What are they saying? I can't
Man, oh man, are we in for some bullshit? This is coming on strong, and I like it that Kira hasn't been exposed to this, because that means we may be able to introduce her, put her on, reel her in, let her eat. Yo, I mean, so are you on? Okay, so you remember what happened last season?
I think I'm in the middle of season 2, but it's a celebration. But it's I'm definitely not caught up. I'm nowhere near season 3. I don't think.
Okay, you want to stick around?
The family separating. One
You
going to
shouldn't
the
hear none of
commune,
this.
and then the
Oh
other
yeah, you shouldn't hear
people.
none of this.
You want to head out?
Look, I'm gonna forget all of this.
Nah.
Look,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
forget.
do it.
I'm not. You're good. I promise you're good.
I'm gonna run to the boys' room right quick, but Ant, if you want, man, go ahead, man. Give us a lecture, man. Let us know what we got going on. Woo, woo, woo. I can't make it.
He's going to the pot. He can't hold. He ain't even take his ass off the screen.
Hey, this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't go in the morning. first thing you know, tell you, just sits there and festers.
Clear the air.
Yeah.
Here, let me do something. Let me see if I can get it up for us real quick, just so we have something to reference as far as, like, you know, what's going on in the trailer. Mm-hmm. See if I can do this. How do I switch the layout?
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Right. Mm-hmm. I should learn how to do this by now.
I mean,
there we go.
There you go. There we go.
Music.
Sound
check.
You guys don't hear it?
We do not.
No.
Not.
Did you click on was it share sound from site?
It's supposed to do all of that automatically.
It's supposed to do it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how this is set up. This is
off rip. I'm a biased against whoever this is. I don't like it. I don't even know who she is.
So all right, I'm gonna try to explain it without ruining it.
Okay.
One thing that we've seen in the first 2 seasons of From is that the show will sometimes give us flashbacks, and we'll see things that happen to people that were in the town before the main cast that we're following today. So this is like when Victor was a little kid, his mom was there. There's this dude named Christopher there, and all these other people that are running around in the background. Right now, the main theory that we're seeing that's really prevailing is that this young lady right here could be one of those characters from one of those flashbacks. So, like me, I did a live stream the other day and I went hyper obsessive over this frame by frame. And I started to try to analyze not only who these people are, but where they are. Now, I remember this room. I remember this room because this is the room that Toby got murked. Toby was Jade's friend that was driving the car, and Sarah stabbed him in the neck with like a scalpel. This is the hospital. This looks like Christie's house. So this to me is a flashback, mainly because this room doesn't look nearly as old or dilapidated as what we saw in previous seasons. So that's who this girl reminds me of. We also see, if you look at her real close, she got scars all up on her neck. She's got cuts all over her face. She looked like she might have been in an accident. So there's a chance that this is from back when Victor was young. I actually have a new theory I'm just now thinking of. You guys remember that there's a car in the pool?
Did that happen?
It's like a crashed car. Like somebody crashed their car in the pool in the middle of Fromtown. And at the end of season 3, Boyd and Christy was staring at the car in the pool, and they was like, "Yo, do you even remember whose car that is?" And Christy was like, "Yeah, this is such and such and such and such. It's some guy and some girl." That might be that girl. She might be the girl from the car crash. And this might not be as old as it was. Like Vince is like, "Oh yeah, I remember all that." You remember?
I would say why I laughed. I was laughing because I was remembering old boy. I shouldn't be laughing. The old boy was stuck in the wall and shit. And
in the pool.
Just go in the woods, you'll be fine. Whatever. I'm not staying around here no more. He's like, I'm the wall. I'm like, he had to decide to
get me out of here.
I'm sorry. That was kind of fucked up. I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, continue, please.
But yeah, I'm starting to think that this is the girl that was in the car that crashed into the pool, and she's over here at Christie's hospital to get checked out after the accident. Some of y'all is already saying, where's she been? I think she's dead. Like, I think she got murked. She found out. She went outside at night, and she's not around no more. But we're probably going to see what her story was and what happened to her, because I think they planted that breadcrumb, they planted that seed in season 3 so we could see her story in season 4.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, I love when From comes back, man, because Ant is going to
Anthony wakes up.
Ant is going to break down the breakdown of the breakdown. And look, it's so, and From is one of those shows where he could break down it a million times and then something else happened and he'd be like, damn. I thought I was on to something, but now they did a flashback of a flashback, and then they did, so this is one of those shows where, and Kira, you're already on the journey now, so yeah. It's such a mind fuck that it is one that it feels like that drug. It feels like whatever your favorite drug of choice is, that is what From is. I can't get enough of it. I know it's not good for me, but I can't stop. I won't stop. Can't stop. Yeah, that's where From is. From has us all like that. And just kind of, Ant came through like I got some new shit, yo. Y'all been fucking with that old shit. This is new shit. And he put us on to some of this new shit. And now now we on this. We in the same boat we in. So, like, I cannot wait for this to drop, man. Because From is one of those things that's gonna keep you on your seats, keep you like, you're every week we're gonna have conversations that get loud and aggressive and crazy, because we all gonna feel like we thought we saw something. We all gonna, did you see that? No, I didn't see that. But then I saw that. Like, so I love this show, man, and I'm 100% down with you, bro. Like, I cannot wait for this show to come back. I can't wait to see what they do to us this season, because they just keep doing it to us every season, and we keep coming back to get it done to us again. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I mean, look, we left season what, 4? We're this season 5 now, right?
Season 4.
This is season 4.
No, we're going to season 4.
You feel like that, right? It feels longer than it is, right? Like you're like, oh my god, it's only season 4. It feel like we were watching it since we was kids, and I like just got introduced to it. You know what I'm saying? And okay, and not only that, but this also gives us the opportunity to resurface some of the interviews that Anthony and us have had. We did, of course, get a chance to interview during there. Everybody, well, I shouldn't even say we. Anthony, like, literally interviewed the whole cast. There's not anybody in this video that you see that Anthony didn't talk to. like everything, with the exception of maybe the church girl and the white and the dude in the yellow. Everybody else knows Anthony by their first name. Like, hey, Anthony, I love the movie blog. It's great to see you again. Like, when we watched Old Boy, I forget what's the dude named the
one who played Elgin?
Not Elgin. Nah,
we had Elgin.
We had Elgin. Oh, we got El. Yeah, and I had to release
the boy got the one who got. Nah. You just talked about. You said his friend died. You talking about that one?
Oh, Jade.
You talking about
Jade? Jade. The dude with the long hair or whatever. I think his name is Jade. Yeah,
that always smokes weed.
Yeah, the dude that be all by himself. Here you go. This is Jade. This is the dude I'm talking about.
Oh, right.
Like, when I saw Anthony's interview with him, it was like they was boys. Like they was. He was like, hey Anthony, what's up, man? And he was like, yeah, I got a question for you. And he was like, Anthony, he's like, how much have you seen, bro? He's like, yeah. I said, all right. Because he knows, like they know, like these are recurring characters in the movie blogs, YouTube sphere. So I get geeked up because not only is this show dope as hell, not only is it intriguing, not only is it unlike a lot of things we've ever seen, but the fact that they have given our boy Anthony so much access makes this show way doper to me, in my opinion. Like, because they don't know everybody ain't trying to get that access. You know what I'm saying? And so Anthony's like a leading member of the From cult.
Man, tell that to their PR people. They're annoyed with me. They're like, yo, Anthony, stop fucking calling every day. I'm like, no, I'm just saying, how are we going to strategize this? What is our plan?
If you do what I say, I'll leave you alone. Just comply. Just comply.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick, Anthony, and then maybe we can move on to a little paradise. But Anthony, Paradise. Yeah, remember that? Yeah. That's something else we got coming on. But let me put you on the spot real quick. And so you have interviewed damn near the entire From cast. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like legit in real life, not even an exaggeration, like real shit. Who's your favorite interview? Or better yet, I don't want to put you on a who because I don't want you to have any issues. What was your favorite interview? Because that doesn't necessarily indicate the better person or the better character or the better cast member. But what has been your favorite From interview to date, my friend?
No hesitation. I already know the answer. There we go. I interviewed a lot of people. I know which one's like my least favorite. It was definitely one I did with Victor from the floor at New York Comic Con. My man couldn't hear me. But hands down, my favorite interview had to be with Ricky Heat, who plays Kenny. Like, me and E-Man did this interview where we interviewed him together, and we had him on a live stream for like a solid 30 minutes. And that was the most fun interview I've had. Like, and like, you should see it. Like, he started a group chat with us afterward. He's sending us clips from our interview, and he's like, "Yo." But Kenny is the most fun. He got the Muhammad Ali poster on his wall. I was like, "All right, yo, they raised you right. They raised you right."
Okay, Kenny was your favorite because he was so much. He was like, he gave y'all that much time, and he just was open about everything. Yeah, man,
I just
Kenny.
like his energy.
Yeah. I remember you talking about Kenny like pulling up, and I think he said something about. Did he say something about smoking or something like that? Did he?
Yeah.
All right, maybe. All right. Well, it's on you. It's on the interview. Like, don't look at me like it was my.
I don't want to re-highlight it. I just.
Okay.
Make sure.
Right,
I don't know what state he live in.
Hopefully it's not a state that he can't get around the tree in the road to get out of. Let's just hope that much.
The whole country.
I thought Kenny was in NY. I thought Kenny lived in NY. He was saying he had just got some faux from somewhere in I thought if I watched
is it called faux correctly. Is it
Fuck.
called
Fuck.
faux? Is that right?
Fuck.
Like fuck it.
He had just got some faux from the store. He went down.
My bad.
Listen, mofo. It is what I call it.
Last night. Me and my wife got some fuck.
Oh, I'm all for that. All right. Well, speaking of being faux stuff, man. First of all, looking forward to from coming back. Hallelujah. And when is that's like it feels like it's supposed to come like next week, but it don't come until April. So we're gonna sit here and chat, and I figured like we will have to, on occasion, just talk ourselves back up to where From is, because every episode is like a season of From, and if you blink, you miss it. And we got to walk all the way back to the moment that we do get the man in yellow pulling up, and remember why it is that we are in From. What happened to everybody? Is there an actual baby? Remember he talked to old girl Pega. Yeah, so we're gonna resurface all of this. It's gonna be a 2 or 3 month rekindling of ourselves to the From cult. So those of y'all that did join us because you saw Anthony doing his thing on that From stage, welcome back. 2026, and like Skylar said, this is literally Anthony's Super Bowl. This is literally this is Anthony's Christmas. Like he's been telling us for months. He's like, yo, when Fro come up, y'all ain't gonna see me. And it's like, all right, we're ready for it, but we want to be with you on that journey. Speaking of journeys, man, another hit show is coming back out that we are going to talk about at length, and that is, of course, a show with none other than my brother, Mr. Sterling K. Brown, in the one and only Paradise. Oh, Paradise. Coldplay fans, shout out. Yo, okay, all right, I'm sorry. Yo, what? Mr. Sterling K. Brown is returning to the big screen, the small screen, I should say. Silver screen, let's call it. And man, is this long awaited. Anthony, I know you have a lot of experience in the Paradise world. Why don't you go ahead and just give us an idea as to whether or not folks that are fans of Paradise should be anxiously awaiting the debut of this upcoming Paradise season 2? Strap
the fuck in, because this show is about to go in a whole new direction. Like I can say a little bit. I ain't gonna spoil nothing. I'm locked in on this series. And if y'all know me, y'all already know what I mean by that with me speaking in code. I'm locked in. Y'all gonna have a lot to be excited for. I love that this poster here is already showing that there's some new faces. We see my man Sterling K. Brown on a fucking horse. And if you guys remember where he left off at the end of season 1, my man was flying a plane to go find his wife. How he goes from plane to horse should get the wheels in your head spinning. Who is this little dude with the hair, the handsome man with the hair right here? Who? All of this needs to be revisited, because one thing that I think might be a challenge for a lot of people is that when we have these shows that only have 7-8 episodes a season and then we don't see it for a year or two, is that it's hard to get back in. Do yourself a favor, rewatch season 1. Build that energy back up, because season 2 is all gas. Whoa. I'm gonna say one thing. And hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. Season 2 made me cry. No. Season 2 made me
cry. No. I don't
jump to conclusions.
It brought out some emotions.
Cry doesn't necessarily mean death. Don't jump straight to that.
I mean, we all saw The Last of Us.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we remember that episode.
You can cry for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
A lot of things can make you cry.
True. This is true.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I don't want spoilers, but I do want assurance. Okay.
Yeah.
Sterling K. Brown. Okay, well, let me shut up. Kira,
I'm not
please.
giving you nothing.
Yeah, you're not gonna get. Okay, wow. All right.
No, right. Where's my mask? I used to have.
I was gonna ask if he fight. I just want to know if he was fighting a little bit, but I guess I can wait and see. Kira, fighting, yeah, because he goes to the apocalypse.
You remember with all those when he approached Sinatra, and my man went full Metal Gear Solid on everybody in the room.
Yeah.
You're wondering if he's gonna bring that energy into season 2?
Yes, like above ground. Like I want to see if he's gonna be kind of like the ghoul in
Fallout.
In Fallout. Like if he goes complete
when it comes to saving his wife, right? We already see what time it is when he thinks his wife is needs to be saved, his family needs to be saved. We already see what time it is for him. So 100%. He left the bunker looking for his wife.
Ooh. This is giving me the feels, bro. It's giving me the feels. Kira, please.
Excuse me. On behalf of me and Skylar the writer, we just want to know, will there be cleanliness next to godliness in Mr. Sterling K. Brown's future? I just want to make sure there are showers outside of the bunker, and will he be participating in the cleanliness that is water and no clothes? Because no clothes, you can't get clean if you have the clothes on in the showers.
You see, he still got his hair on. He still got to shape up.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Or if there's some cardiovascular activities involved in him, that also require showers after. That would be great.
Will there be cheeks?
And abs are important. Okay. Just a little. I need to make sure he's okay.
Oh my gosh!
I just need to know that he's
Chat GPT me. Will I see skin in paradise? What? Okay, Kira, we know. Okay, sis. You know what I'm saying? You better pull up and get that thing. Yeah, man. I'm eager. Are we in for any?
Let him answer.
I thought he answered. Okay, my bad. Yeah, Anthony, why don't you go ahead, man? Answer the question, fam.
Leave it
Female demographic would like to
know
the answer to the hard-hitting questions, Mr. Anthony. Please, do not look for rest in our word of need. Kind sir.
Man.
And love story. I love the part. But the part that
just watch season 1 before watching season 2. Season 2 comes out in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we talk about it. Yeah, February 23rd, everybody. February 23rd.
You see him ask that question though, right? You see, I'm gonna talk.
Yo, you think Ant's new to this? You think this is the first time he ducked a question? Like, Ant know how to. Hey, look at that over there. Hi, what were we talking about? Yeah, man,
I'm not asking for details. Like, is there a 1B that falls down in between something? I didn't ask you all that. I just asked.
Man. Oh my God!
Wow, I was not ready.
Man. That's crazy. You guys watch Demon Slayer? Demon Slayer.
You know what I can't wait for is the animated version of Paradise. The animation comes out.
Shut up, man.
Based on Sterling K. Brown's character when it's because he's a black man, and it's gonna boost his popularity.
Hey, quick question, y'all. Because for some reason this doesn't feel like the typical long await. Like this feels like this came back pretty fast. Like
it did less than a year.
That's what I thought. Like typically I would be like where you're talking about it, where you got to go back and watch because I done totally forgot because it's been 2 years. But this came back fairly fast and was already set up for season 2. Like maybe like a week after it came out, it was like we're already prepping for season 2. Like I'm like wow. So what that says, though, to me, is that it can be done.
Well,
It can
hold
be
on. I
done.
just looked it up. It actually started in January 2025. I thought it started later.
Look, that's
But
what
the
I'm
show
saying.
actually,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's a straight year. So not 2 years, 1 year.
That is interesting.
For 8 episodes.
That's what I'm saying. So it seems as though it can be done when willing to be done. And this is a top. I would consider this to be a top tier series. So yeah, man. Take notice. Just saying, take notice.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like since the pandemic. No, I'm sorry. I just feel like since the pandemic, we've allowed shows to have these 2 to 4 year gaps in production. So they're getting away with murder a little bit, but no. Let's go. Let's get back on tap.
This feels a little bit more. I can get it with this.
I don't share that same sentiment for some reason. Like I don't know. I don't mind when it takes a little extra time. The building, and it just gives more length to the actual overall arc of the show. But then again, that's just me. I it feels like there's so much to watch. I feel like I'm never caught up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind every now and then when.
Yeah, you've been on an island today, sir.
I have. But I'm being myself, and
you are.
You are. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I ain't here to please. I'm here to be me. But hey, what's up, Salem? I know his name, not Salem, but it is what it is. Oh, that's not the black cat. Is that the black cat?
Yeah, no, well, it's my cat. He's a tabby, brown tabby. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he all right. He's over grooming currently, so I'm trying to get him to stop.
All right, hey, check it out, man. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up here real quick. But am I tripping? I see that Markeisha keeps bringing up Invincible. Did that start already? Am I tripping?
It should be right around. It should be right around the corner, though. It should be coming up around the same time that. I think it's March.
It didn't come out yet.
I think it's March. I think it comes out in March, right?
Yeah. Don't Markeisha, don't do me like that. I'm over here like, what
March
is it?
18th.
Yeah, is it Invincible? We ready? Because we also know that there's a new who is it? Who's the new character in? There's a black woman who's voicing the character in. Did we do what?
Did we do what?
Did we talk about the trailer?
The Invincible trailer, no, but you stick around. We can talk about it in our B segment real quick, which would be airing sometime in the next few days. Make sure y'all hit that notification, John, on the YouTube page so you can make sure. You know what? This gives us a good point of a good direction for our B section, which will either air tomorrow or sometime next week, or probably tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But I think we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up for today. Guys, make sure you don't forget we have a special guest that we will be airing some clips from the interview next week. Of course, that is the one and only Tawny Newsome from Lower Decks fame. Obviously wrote this week's episode of Starfleet Academy, so definitely pull up in it. It's heavy on the Cisco. So if you're a Cisco fan like I am, then go check out this week's episode of Starfleet Academy, where none other than the lovely Rice Hair gets to star in it. And definitely check out our recap on that episode as well, which is currently on YouTube. Also, do not forget that we have the Yetide Badaki interview, which is live. Go see me, Kira, and Bad Ty dressed up for the goddess. Put on our good Easter clothing, haircut, perfume, and everything, and showed up ready to show on out, man. So make sure y'all pull on up for that and see why we have still accepted her as the one and only Storm. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff coming down the pike. Some things we ain't gonna talk about right now, such as some of the additional Wonder Man characters or cast members that we may be interviewing here in the next few days, and some from the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms as well, and a whole host more that we will shed light on as we continue on this journey. Cannot thank y'all enough for joining us. Please, like I said, hit that like, subscribe button. Most importantly, for the real true fans, for the true followers, the true viewers, the true listeners, make sure y'all also hit the notifications, because we do random stuff now and then, so we'd love to see you on all of them. I know I see. There's a couple people I want to shout out real quick. Oh, he's not even here. I was going to shout him out. I was going to shout him out because he comes to everything that we do. He's always one of the first places that we see. It's Fernando. Fernando, I just wanted to shout you out, on boy, because Fernando literally is there. This one's for you. Give me the bop bop. Give me the thumbs up. Oh, all right. You know what? That
works even better, man.
That works too. So yeah, man. Fernando, I want to thank you, man, for being the first voice, the first face we see. And thank each and every last one of y'all. Be your authentic self. If you ain't being yourself, you're being fake. And in all things, if you a geek, as we always say, go ahead, let that geek flag fly. From coming back soon.
Listen up. New Blurred. Oh, hold on. Can I do that again? Hey, check out New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. It's the newest thing on the. Sorry, let me try that again. I'm so sorry. Hey, shout out to New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. The funniest people, the friendliest people, and also the nerdiest people you ever see. And they're black.